What's good, guys? It's TSG. In today's video, I've got some potential good news for anyone who's holding Illuvium Land. For anyone who doesn't know, we had the land sale at the start of June and it generated a whopping $72 million. And since then, the main question is, when can we get Illuvium Zero Alpha so we can actually start using this land? Before I show you what we have, I do need to make it clear that none of this is confirmed. Do take this with a grain of salt. It does look promising, but none of this is confirmed and none of this is official. So I do need to make that clear before we have a look at what I'm going to show you next. So right here we have Al, one of the developers from Illuvium working on the Illuvium Zero Alpha. He dropped this in the Discord just a couple of days ago. You can see the date right there. He says that the alpha is planned for September. They're working super hard to get this done. And I don't know if you guys are aware what month it is right now, but it means that we're looking at getting Illuvium Zero Alpha next month. It's almost here, potentially. I do need to emphasize potentially. So the thing is, if it's just one message, it's, yeah, we don't know what it's looking like, how accurate it is, but yo, check this out. Boom, a second one. Another message on the same day from Nick. I do need to give a massive shout out to Nick. He's one of my favorite people in the Illuvium team, always down to chat, answer questions, super helpful, and always super supportive with everything that I'm doing here as well. So appreciate Nick. And he says right here, to be completely transparent, yes, we're feeling confident about September. Again, potentially. All of this with a grain of salt, not official. They're just chatting and they're just people too, and they want to let us know how they're feeling internally. And they're saying they're hoping it's looking good, but September is looking bright. So it's happened a few times now where they've given us a date or an area of time that they think that something's going to come out, and it hasn't happened. So again, this may or may not happen. I do appreciate that they're being transparent and having this communication with us. So it might be to their detriment if they don't hit it, but from the conversations that I've been seeing and I've been having, it does look like it's more than likely going to happen than not. But again, don't come at me, don't come at them. I'm just making this video to share my excitement with you guys if it is really happening. And while all that excitement is bubbling up inside of us, let's have a look at some leaks as well, some of the latest leaks of Illuvium Zero. So we know that they've had a massive overhaul, and that was a big part of the delay. That's what caused the delay. We saw some of this in the Illuvium Insider just last night with Grant and Andrew talking about, for example, this plant right here, showing us the asset in the zoo. And then in the game, it looks incredible. Like, the background looks amazing. One question I did have, and I haven't got an answer yet, is all the Crimson Waste going to look the same? Like, is that background for each region going to be the same for all plots of land? Or are they going to have a variety, a variation of backgrounds? So maybe a rotation of 5 or 6 backgrounds for Crimson Waste, 5 or 6 for Tiger Boreal, so on and so forth. The next one we have here is Halcyon, and man, the colors. I know I didn't say good things about Halcyon in the Overworld leak, but this looks amazing, and it makes me realize I was probably very wrong. And once it's all designed and prettied up in the Overworld, it's just gonna look like this. I think the colors up here, like, it's just bright and it's just a very beautiful. I think I get it. When they said that they want to make it look like Greece, had that Greek kind of island vibe, I get it now. I totally get it. I overlooked it. I apologize for saying it was a bad region. I apologize. This right here is the Bissell Basin, and yo, I absolutely love the colors and just the vibe of this one. Like, it feels like it's a magical forest with the mushrooms and everything back here, and just the quality and textures of the grass. This, based on what we've seen, is probably my favorite region for Illuvium Zero anyway. Like, this just looks unbelievable. So this is the newest leak that we got, and I think this is Breitlin Steps. I could be wrong here, guys. I apologize if that is the case. It's a bit more done up with a bunch of buildings, and we can have a look. So a quick little bit of information here that I don't know if it's out there or not. But so when you're building these, you can't actually rotate them. So you can't have the entrance to face the other way. That's not a thing that can happen yet. I know they're planning on doing it, or they're discussing whether to do that in the future, so you can really customize the land and really design it in the way that you want aesthetically. But as of now, so this building is always going to face that way, and it's all the entrances, you can't kind of rotate it around. So for the time being, it is what it is, and you can't change it, but I do believe it is something that they are working on. And then we're moving on into the video leaks as well. So we can see here what the UI is going to look like. I do like the simplistic UI. I really wonder what it's going to look like on a browser or on an iPad or something like this. Also, another bit of information. Yo, guys, I'm coming in with some random things that are just popping in my head right now. So the alpha build will not actually be on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. The only way for us to access this that I'm aware of is actually through the browser. So we will be able to play on our iPhone, on our iPads and things like that, but we will need to go to Google, Safari, whatever the browser is that you use, and go in that way. So that is how we're gonna have access to these lands during the alpha build. So this is the leak that shows us how we're gonna be able to customize them, and it shows us right here, we've got the structures that we can build and the paths. By the way, this is definitely Tiger Boreal, so this looks quite cool as well. I don't have all of mine. There's no leaks for Shard Bluff Labyrinth right now. I'm really excited to see what they look like properly in these videos, but right now, Tiger Boreal, this is what it is. So we can build the structures and paths so we can really customize it. And like I say, once we can rotate these structures, it's going to be a lot cooler to see everyone's individual designs. So this right here is showing us how to scan these alluvials. So once an alluvial rocks up on your plot of land, you can scan it. And you can see here, you've got a success rate. I'm not sure if it's always going to be 50%, or let's say you fail once, maybe it goes up to 60%, you fail again, it goes up to 70% because you're slowly making progress. I'm not sure. Or is it always going to say 50%, 50%, depending on the tier or stage of the alluvial? There's so much there. But anyway, what happens is you find the alluvial on your plot of land, you scan it, and then once it's successful, you get its biodata. So we'll have a look here. We'll continue with this. We'll scan it, and you can see that little icon there saying that it's scanning. And if you click it, new biodata. So this person has now found Atlas. So now that they've got this biodata, they're actually able to research it, which we're going to have a look at now. Now that they've got that Atlas, they're able to research it. You can see it over here, but we're going to research the Rampy instead. So once we have finished researching these alluvials, that is when we're going to get the blueprints from them. This is not confirmed, and this is just my opinion and what I think is going to happen. See these little things here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the things I think we're going to need to research it successfully 5 times before we can get the blueprint. This is just, I'm guessing here, and it's just an assumption, but to me, it makes sense. I do think it's cool that every time you are successful, though, it gives you a bit of information or lore about the alluvial, which I think is super fascinating to build a full developed world, right? The lore is there, there's reasons for things, there's characteristics for these alluvials, and I'm really excited. I'm so happy that they're doing that. All right, guys, so now that we've seen the leaks, I do need to come clean with you guys. I do need to be honest, and the truth is, I am actually not so interested in the gameplay itself. The thing about Illuvium Zero Alpha that I am excited for is actually this. Landowners playing the public alpha get to keep the blueprints they discover. The blueprints, this is what I am excited for. We've seen so many blueprints already leaked and they just look amazing. The tree kangaroo looks amazing, Atlas, Blaze Knight. Honestly, there's no skin that we've seen right now which I think is a throwaway skin. Even the stage 1 skins, and definitely the stage 3s. The stage 3s with the aura, with the flames, with the... yeah, it's just, that is the thing that I'm excited for. The fact that we actually get to play it and keep it, so we're actually starting to build our position, build our place in this world during the alpha. The fact that we can start to research and build this collection of blueprints that we can start to deploy and manufacture when the game comes out is so exciting. It's the first time we're actually going to be in this world doing things in a productive way. Now, there is a discussion, and it hasn't been confirmed yet, whether or not that the blueprints that we get in alpha are actually going to be limited to alpha. So the question is, the blueprints we get in alpha, once alpha is done and finished, are they still going to be available in the open beta? Right now, there's no actual answer for that. Personally, I beg that they do that, just because I think it'd be rewarding to these landowners that really got in from the very beginning, before there was anything, during the first sale ever, to give them some blueprint possibility, potential for blueprints that no one else can get ever. It doesn't mean that they're going to be super rare or super valuable, but just more of a showing off thing to say that I'm the person with this blueprint from the very beginning. I personally think it'd be a cool thing. It'd be a nice little touch and gift to the community. Anyway, that's it, guys. So we're hoping potentially 1 month, September, is when we're hoping to get Illuvium Zero. And it's looking good, but again, grain of salt, not confirmed, not official. I'm just making this video to 1, make a video, and 2, share my excitement, because I'm really excited to start building my collection of blueprints. So let me do it. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this type of content, as always, guys, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.